Yo, how's it going, guys? How are we all doing today? Today's video, I wanted to go and talk about another counter to Jedi Master Luke. And this is a very, very accessible counter, just as long as you have these characters with some relics. And these characters are actually ones that you might already have with relics, especially the leadership, which is, guess who it is? It is going to be one of your favorite droids, aka Mr. General Grievous. This is a Grievous-led droid team going to be just stacking up the turn meter from the lead with the target locks with his other droid allies. So I have a couple here to show you. This is actually going to open up the door very, very in TWs. It's going to be awesome, pretty much. GACs too. You don't really see as many of these teams on defense anymore just because of how many counters there are to this team. But if you do, and it's a JML lead, it's going to do a lot of great things for you. So just kind of go over the lead if you guys have kind of forgotten. They have, the enemies have less critical avoidance and defense. And then whenever a dark side ally that's droid gets resisted, they get even more potency stacking, which is kind of fuels all of the debuffs, especially the target locks. And then it says enemies that are target lock can't attack out of turn, or can't counterattack rather. And then you get the TM for each of the, what does it say? Whenever a target locked enemy is damaged, you get some more TM and doubled for GG. So a lot of crazy things here, guys. So we're gonna go over this right freaking now. I have a couple I want to show you. It's versus JMLs. So the first one I have is going to be from this guy named Goof, and he has a couple of these that he's been testing. I think they're really, really cool showcases of the team, of what it can accomplish. Like I said, though, you do need some relics on these guys. I was not able to get it and pull it off with my own droids because they don't have high relics. You can see here, he's going to be using a Watsam Board one, but you can also use a Magna Guard, but the Magna Guard just has to have some relics to absorb the hits. So let's go and show this team off and just show the counter off as a whole. So what we got here, this is a standard team, I'd say. I actually use this specific JML team in my arena, and it holds pretty well. So you're going to give the weapon, or the tank tech rather, to your B2 because you want to have him. Let's just pause it for a second. You want to have him use his AoE debuffs whenever he possibly can. So you have to have that tank tech to dispel the ability blocks from Master Luke right off the bat, and you get some free extra TM from the debuffs. So that's very, very important. Just the first things there. Again, you can just cleanse off the stuns from Luke. It's awesome. So Watt's probably going to die here most of the times, but it's going to be okay. And we have a lot more target locks, and if you guys use this team at all, you always want to prioritize the people with the target lock so you get the maximum amount of TM you can potentially. So a lot of stuff happening here. You do have to worry a bit about Gas's AoE. That is probably the only scary thing in any of these fights. But as long as you are going ahead of them with how we have this team running with the weapon, or the tank tech rather, I keep saying weapon tech, the tank tech onto the B2, you're going to be just fine. So yeah, he is a bit low here, but we're going to be okay. He has tank tech still, and now we finally get the extortion out, and that's a nice thing to have because you slow down the enemies with speed down, and then you have the extortion, which kind of forces the AI at times to use it and to get rid of the extortion, which is kind of like a free turn for your own droids, which kind of buys them a little bit of time, which is crazy. So down goes our one guy that we really like to have alive, but that's okay. These guys can't counterattack as long as they have target locks, so we're going to be just fine here. Watt is dead, unfortunately. We can't revive anybody here. Kind of sucks, but as long as we got these guys here, we got the extortion going, you're going to be just fine. There's a lot of great synergy here. You probably don't want to be using Watt here, though. There's a lot of other places to use Watt Sambor. But, just the fact alone that the Grievous team with the Grievous lead can beat this team is kind of crazy. So the battle's not over yet. There is still a couple guys left remaining. And honestly, this is a time where the Master Luke has about got his ultimate off, which you never really see anymore. The ultimate, with how the things spread, is just so slow with the ultimates. The time it takes to get it, it's crazy. So the gas is, like I said, the AoE is extremely scary, but we're going to be okay here still. We're going to hopefully go for some big hits onto the Luke and get some more extortion off here onto the JKL. And it is not very clean, but it is a win. And that's probably like one of the most important things about these. I've actually seen ones that are a lot cleaner than this, that's gone this way. But it is a win at the very end of the day. I do like the Newt's revive he does have whenever he dies. It's very good, actually, especially if you have a lower gear one that does happen to die from like AoEs. He comes right back to life, and you can go immediately for an extortion, which is kind of nice, honestly. So that's the first one I want to show. I have another one I want to show. This is the other one. So let's go and make this full screen. Here we go. So this is another one with the same team, not with Magna Guard, although I have seen it done with Magna Guard before. And I honestly don't know if Magna Guard's one is better or not. I just know that this is the ones that I have to show with you guys today. Again, this probably doesn't work versus JKR leads. Okay, so right there, the Newt just died, which makes the extortion happen a lot faster, which is actually a lot better, which means that you have the speed down to apply to the enemies. So like, watch this. You're gonna have extortion come in here pretty hot. Oh, actually, I forgot the gas increases cooldown, so it's gonna be next turn, which kind of is kind of bad, honestly. I thought that he died to somebody else that was besides gas, but I guess gas kind of just screws us up there. It's all right though. We still got people alive here. Grievous can cleanse off his debuffs when he goes lower than 100% health. We still got the tank tick onto the Magna Guard, which is totally fine. And it's kind of the same thing. You get one target lock to stick onto the JML, and you kind of go to work on him. Whenever Yoda passes out the buffs, you can dispel them immediately with your B2. But the B2 here, I think, does have to be relicked, and he has to have some good potency added on to land the debuffs to give out more TM to your droid allies, which is extremely, extremely important. So right here, we finally got the extortion off. The speed down lands on everybody except for gas. Still okay, though. I'm going to do some basics, some more TM. The AoEs here are going to give you a little bit more TM as well. And it's just kind of the same thing over and over again. So in this one, we actually got the other piece of tech out before our Watt does die, which is very, very nice. You love to see it. So in here, right there, I would probably, since it is B1's turn, I would target somebody else without target lock, because that's going to be an AoE regardless. You're going to still get the same amount of TM. So target somebody else there. That's okay, though. It's totally fine. And then we're going to kill JKR. JKR is down, so no more saviors. That's totally, totally awesome. You love to see it. I'm going to still focus on the target locked characters here. I'm going to focus down these guys and some... you know, I love that right there, because as soon as they... Because with how Master Luke works, if he's in the team, he kind of cleanses off the Jedi and gives them some buffs. But then you got B2, that whenever that does happen, whenever they fall below that 100% health, they give B2 his little turn there, and he goes off and immediately dispels that. It's just so funny to me. I love seeing that. It's awesome. So you got that. You got just a lot more heals with B1 here. Is if you can get off the tank tech onto B2 and then the weapon tech out to B1, you get so much more healing here, and there's a lot more TM as well. It's going to make it for a better banner win. As you can see here, we got a lot of people alive still, and we are 5v4ing these guys, which is awesome. So another set of extortion. I mean, oh my gosh, Newt is he's very, very key here. He does help you give out more turns to your droids. And B2, I mean, everybody here is playing a huge, huge part. You cannot go wrong with anybody. The only thing I think you might be able to is potentially save your Watt and use Magna Guard. But like I said, you're gonna have to have some very, very solid relics on your B2 in that situation, and also the Watt Tambor if you want to choose to use him there. So we got all three pieces of tech out on this one. A lot better of a battle, and we might, you know, get some close to max banners here as long as the B2 doesn't die. Why'd you have to die, B2? Gosh dang it! It's okay though. We could probably get a Watt revive here before the battle is finished. So let's see if we can get that off. We got some B1s coming here with the big fat heals. Boom, boom, boom. Can we get it for a revive? Then we goes for the tank tech rather. I don't know. Maybe we can't revive there. Did somebody else kill him? I'm not too sure that had the stopping of revives. I don't know. But we got the win still anyways. We stopped it right there. We probably could have gotten a revive if we wanted to. But guys, that is this sick freaking counter today with Grievous countering the Master Lukes. I think this is a great counter to use. Like I said, you do need to have some solid relics on your droids here. So probably if you are around my level of where your droids and separatists are, probably don't want to use this counter. It's not going to be as reliable. But I have seen people that don't have crazy relic 7s on everybody. It can still work. You probably, though, for this counter, I would shoot for relics on your main 3, I'd say. Grievous, B1, and then B2. And then if you do want to use Magna Guard, then that would be another 4th for the relics. But if you want to use Watt with Newt, you can probably have those guys at gear 12s, and you'll be just fine. But it is going to be a good counter for those of you who want to use this in like a TW or GEC if you happen to see Master Lukes. But honestly, in my opinion, I think most of the player base likes to that actually have Luke unlocked. They like to use him on offense because he can counter so many different teams, and he's just very, very easy to use on offense. On defense, the AI doesn't use him as well, in my opinion. And you have to use so many different teams for defense. So, you know, like the JKRs, the Gases, the JKLs. I mean, those are not ones you want to be setting on defense under one whole Jedi team. On the offensive, though, you can kind of use other lesser Jedi that aren't as crazy good as those ones, and you can still use them very, very well and effective on the offense. But if you happen to see these guys in Arena, the JML team, you can definitely pull it off with your Grievous and your droids, guys. If you think that's awesome, let me know down below. And honestly, this is a crazy awesome counter. I would never have expected that Grievous can come back and beat this team. I actually, I think the last time I've seen Grievous counter something like this, like a meta team or whatever, you know, top crazy team is, I want to say Gas. And back in the day, that was pretty huge. So now I can see this again. This is awesome. Do not judge my Relic 3 Grievous, guys. I don't know why I don't have him Relic 7 like my GK, but that is him. He's kind of gross looking, so please don't look at those mods or anything like that. I'd appreciate that a lot. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, give it a like and share it. And also, if you guys are new here to the channel, feel free to sub. We have a lot of different videos on the channel, pretty much daily content if you guys want to check it out and sub and help out the channel grow. We have a Discord down below. And also for this video, and you guys want to let me know your feedback on it or maybe some new video ideas, let me know those down below in the comments or just join the Discord. Thanks for watching again, guys. And until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out and have a good one.